Anybody take a nap today? Come on, y'all are cheaters. Y'all are cheaters. You got to stay up like I didn't. You see what I said there? I did take a little nap, and then got me a good shower. And I'm going to encourage you tonight to do something that you haven't done before. I'm not talking about worship. I'm talking about your posture. If you're used to sit and stand, if you're used to standing and sitting, kneel. If you get in this place where the presence of God is just overwhelming, you can lay down on the floor. I do that all the time. I know people go like, why is the pastor down on the floor? Because I've been through enough to know that He's still enough for me. And so when I think of the goodness of God and all He's done in my life, and I look at all your beautiful faces, and knowing that 6 years ago, I did all I could to surrender my calling and give it away and give it to another church. And God said, can you give me just 1 year? Will you give me just 1 year? It reminds me of Him being in the garden. And He's praying, and He comes back to the ones that are sleeping. He said, can you not tarry with me just 1 hour? See, tonight He's not even asking you for a year, but He's asking you, watch this. He's asking you to surrender your cell phone. You don't have to video what's going on tonight. You don't have to check in except for with the Lord. You could power your phone off and your life would not change for the worse, only the better. But you understand, Pastor Chris, I got family and we got kids, and they may be, listen, if they're going to be crazy, they're going to be crazy whether they text you or they sneaking around. But can I just encourage you for the next moments, and don't rush. For the next moments, let's just settle into the presence of God. What if it's 7:02 right now? What if we finished worship, and whoever may be baptized tonight or whatever that looks like, what if we finished at 9:02? You're like, well, Pastor, that's kind of late. Well, what do you think is going to happen when you get to heaven? What do you think happens when we get to heaven? 24/7, we're in the presence of the Most High. Can I tell you, I've had a lot of wonderful things happen in my life. And the most wonderful things I can think of happened when I was in the presence of God. I'm not talking about my carnal things like marriage and the birth of my children and those kind of things, but I'm talking about those things that were heart-changing to me, that really radically changed my life. Those things happened sometimes when I was at my last straw. I just could not go any further. Like 6 years ago, I just said, no, I just can't. And God said, will you give me 1 more year and say yes? Come on, you wonder where the book came from. And do everything I tell you to do. And don't give me the reasons why you can't do it. Just move forward in the kingdom assignment. And Tracy and I made a covenant. And we said yes. And the first thing God did was called us to a 40-day fast.